My never say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, osia dem yopo.
Memo bibiara kwa ba PENDREAM TV suni. Mugabe mase enenosen Elisa ade etimie tudwa. Na aye Elisa nesen etrese. By now I was encouraging Mensa e packing in Emma. They say on sacking no. A man in train and my en sacking no and I say a man in train my en suspending no. Now once I want to say ya suspending partner Chief Justice no. It was say on one kasa or packing in Emma na ujai adwuma to. And some who will be going when Mugabe mase and Nelson Elisa ede tudwa. Come when you could see on 7 and Chirimu. Subscribe na share dwuma de ma afoforo ensa enkami. Yenti ensema Elisa Nelson and Mugabe mase ede tudwa.
Alisa, yanhwe wo de. Wo Madam G Mensa, say we obi akaba this akwa wa park onyoma. Edi nam kware so, what I say? Yes. Connivers in bed, we are partners in crime. You people, you G Mensa, you're waiting that the election will pie 137, so that quickly you run. You and Bossman, you run and take it to the Chief Justice, ready to wait and then make Baumia president. One say by now you should resign. Be fast and resign. And to say Ghana Civil Aviation Fraud, they should sack themselves because they will sack them. You will see what will happen at the Civil Aviation Authority. I'm telling you, don't be sacked. I'm telling you, there's no way. Yeah, have a customer. I don't work for a Brocha party. Then somewhere can't say no correct. Now your party was Civil Aviation. Odi Naponia officer John Mahama and there was Civil Aviation na do power and go Professor Mills ban no ejimo Ghana gas so ba wan do aja ho baba no ejimo Ghana gas when we became the sake. What are you talking about? Look, let's be real. Oh say yes. It's about institutional changes. Other than that, you'll never be able to, attain your policy. JM policy in the aviation sector in Mugabe is big. Let me tell you. He says a new national airline. Yes, and he talks about a new one. He talks about a flight academy. Now, if you go to Ho Airport, by 9 o'clock, the airport is opened. By 9:45, it's closed because there's only one reconnaissance flight. If you are airport staff, they're warning you Civil Aviation for you. Coffee after 10 o'clock. You go to work, the same thing. By 11 o'clock, the airports are open. By 11:30, the flight is gone. Sunyani, the same thing. So JM has a policy to link the regional airports, and you have a DG who does not even understand what me sitting here talking about. He's not a technical person, and it's an implant, not alone. Head of human resources, head of social services, head of engineering, the PR there. Then you have the head of accident. Yes, he says he has money to pay. I don't know who is going to pay the money to. We are waiting. He will show me his receipt. That he has paid. All those places. You let me take it out. But I'm saying that those institutional changes at certain places in national life are so important that it must come. Also, take position. So they went to Civil Aviation. They went to sack our people. You can find out. Yes, they went there to sack our people. Did you see videos of them sacking our big people from work, moving them out? What are we waiting for? And I'm asking you, what plan has he got in acquiring a national airline? Ask me. MPP man.
Yes. What plan has he got in acquiring a national airline? The flight academy. When? Has he made arrangements with any flying school to come and start here that will continue? Do you know the benefits?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. I did $10,000 as per diem. Or a party. Or say you bet to me I'm telling you, there's a recording. If you like that, let me give it to Kelvin to play. Yeah, I'm telling you, there's a recording. Or no, me per se, Civil Aviation Authority. Yes, I'll be there tomorrow. I will be there with my face. I'll come there and I'll go and meet the DG. He'll be surprised at what I have evidence against him. I'll show it to him and I'll come and publish it henceforth. I'm telling you. Mugabe, almost say BBAO, and they have a trick. That's what is occurring at the Judiciary. That's why I linked it to the Ghana Civil Aviation. They leave their people there, and then they have that mindset that they have development in freedom. You best send us. Yes,
MPP.
Yes, so development in freedom. Property owning, you buy a pay Japadie, near Frey Husika at the expense of the state. Yes, Japadie. So anything that you put them to be even come messenger in your office, my friend, they find a way to steal from their messengerial post. Yeah, they know how to do it. They know. So at the Civil Aviation, somebody who travel 9 times will not bring any report. We even go for development officers training.
when the development officers, junior officers who are supposed to go or know as DG is part of that in order to go and take care of them, and we are watching him. He has no knowledge of the place. I told you, what plan has he got to inculcate the aviation sector into the 24-hour economy? Mugabe asked.
Na acting crown where party.
Acting so Shomami o. Mugabe Shomami obi termination letter.
Shomami.
Shomami. Obi termination letter na odi be mu. Obi termination letter Charles Keku. Yesi onko. Inti yesi okay and yesi ho. Now be guy say. Sure, you don't have the knowledge. You yourself, you know you don't have the capacity to man the place. Inti Mugabe. The institutional, that's what we must do. We must clear all the institutions, not only the judiciary. There are so many places in this country that the shake-up of 7th December must... Yes, we must clear the electoral commission. Tamale Teaching Hospital. Look at the CEO there. I talked about Ridge Hospital the other time. Sack them without mercy. If they like, they should travel outside and go and work. Nobody will take them. This arrogance. Why never travel to the hospital? If like go to Saudi Arabia, you cannot put up such an attitude. Don't pay you. At the end of the year, they'll look at their camera and see how you attended to their patients. And they'll reduce your salary. You will be surprised. And the way your relationship will go to. My interest cry say, obi a purpose inti, obi a kwako purpose. Yet traha, yet defending Mahama, but Mahama so recognize the efforts. JM is the man. That's same jata. Into the Japanana. Only ne ya de usi break the 8. Near Koshena 8 na bedini say, "Ube to me no." Me am de. Say I couldn't mine. Mama Africa see Oshoyen from Kofodia, new job in former women's organization.
Dominic Bedia Konzo from Kumasi.
Now journalists be our move bag and I'm saying no to say Katechi. I don't want to glorify him. One say Manieu. No Manieu. Look, wound to me. He was not acting on his own power. So why he was there in John Mama is that the main pillar behind wound to me's nonsense is mining illegalities. Yes. Yes, the person who gave him the power to go because he was ruthless. He didn't care about anything. Wound to me, where did he get the information from? Where he's doing the mining? Where did he get the information from? How did he know there was gold where he was? In those 6 sites. Who gave him that information? And I'm saying it's coming from Nanado Dankwe's statement that yet it is Sikaso in Suekomodien. It was to open our forests and our river bodies to allow ruthless persons like this who don't understand anything about the environment. Prempeh College,
no, I've always said that Prempeh College must refund. Prempeh College must refund school fees to him because it's a disgrace
from him.
It's a disgrace.
Anyway, sometimes you be to me go school be we any day Achimota kra na be wom from Kutufa. Dabi Kimbu unto me go Achimota. Okay Kimbu and Mugabe, a party chairman of a region, the Ashanti region. It's the biggest of all. So, yes, he came with full verve. He was made up of nonsense. Excuse me for my use of word. He had the capacity to contain everybody because of what he was doing. He had the support of the president. This one, LI 246, was to back to me to go about his nonsense. He sat on national television to show me and you gold that the Bank of Ghana does not have. The Bank of Ghana, go and check their reserve whether they have this. Go and check the Bank of Ghana whether they have this. I've told you that the former first lady Opegodu Pa. Yes, she's part. So she was also part of this. They all saw it and kept quiet because they were direct beneficiaries from Muntumi's loot. God, we have to seize all Akunta mining equipment and nationalize it. Why did I talk about nationalization? At some point in the 70s, nationalized our gold mining efforts. All those mines you see, the Obuasi gold fields, all those big ones, he nationalized them. And kept the money here, 55%, in order to support the nation's economy, especially cocoa buying. Let's do so. Why? We have alluvial miners, we have small-scale miners, we have large-scale miners. But still, we have people doing illegal mining, despite the licenses we give. Who gives them that information? That there's gold here. Who gives that information? The Minerals Commission itself. We must investigate the people who work there. The Environmental Protection Agency. We must investigate those people who work there, whether they equally don't have concessions selling out to people. Because Obikita map, you know, and nobody's there, so I can take you there. Yes, that's what they do. And it's gold, so it's a lot of money in that industry. And it's illegal, it's underground. So there's money floating, and there are people giving themselves up to allow this nation to lose. Mugabe, why am I shouting? Gold supports the national currency. Currency, you think the British, they took our gold there for nothing? To support the British pound. Why can't we use our gold to support our currency here? That's why I'm happy for the gold board. And it's coming and other things and what they want to do. Now, all those Indians who buy gold on the market, they'll be flashed out so that Ghanaians can come. It's first, we must benefit from it directly before anybody comes in. And say, Now your man cocoa for the 30,000 madam for big cry coffee cocoa papa cocoa yamao now what to uche kra unya no ma went to my mom's kabia omu to go na fi the mu so mu to go no to be ko and omo ja cocoa ni bi no mu say didi cocoa no mu to be ko. What kind of decision is that? I want government to put in legislation omo a ye dey nyansa kwan age omo asase amom sika nyina no. Government should recall the funds back to those families because sika na omo dey mam na peanuts. I'm telling you, they should report to government. Ogabi, they have many say alternative livelihoods for these young innocent people who want to work, who we find on the Galamsey grounds. Mugabi, they want to work. Oh, so be or Saate Chenumua or Pesika a good bottom. What alternative measures are we putting in place as a government, as a people, so that we stop these young men from going where they are going? If we have to organize mining in such a way that community mining will give the opportunity to do mining, let's do so. Because I want the way the man want to be sky no better. So say no mujina atachenu the kind of diseases they get name nyina be mercury ni kwa be sell body livers ni say what is in there, what is in it for them. The state must look at that. Mugabe now me there, yes, while my anka kwa business forum no me I'm happy that the minister wept, because if you look at the a champion intentionally deliberately built this forest. You can go and check Ghana's environmental record. A champion intentionally put a cluster to protect the Tano River, the headworks of the Tano River, to protect it, that there will be constant rainfall to supply the Tano and this environment. So look at it. Somebody has gone in there to destroy it. That person is walking free. This Achampo who built this forest was shot by firing squad.
Honorable Joseph Ni Ankara Assembly member for a year media senior coupon ya duma or year free a year NHIS a year registration any a year renewal for all ubia anti yenu anuma mo media and patemu Honorable Joseph Ni Ankara Presbyni this year Assemblyman papa or year free a year registration NHIS at the amado for umini be na mo amodi ewu no so no obe renew at the amam nyame aduma Friday be ya ewo media so na yeah me no aye be news na
omo hwe wa chima yire bi eni achimo
ba de no dum ye yet nkwama o china ye besan e de enhia biem when you walk a sabe 2 hours, we see some fan news is next. Yamamunina mo any tea. Loyazita Benso.
Medasi Mugabe. Akunta mining, a very good news. Say you are revoking a license. It's been long overdue. I mean, one person cannot hold the whole country to ransom. Na on kase onodie, he's above the law. Na on yet your ope. Akunta mining license no. 20 September 30th, 2022. Ena Minister for Forestry. A director here. At the end in a press release, Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, Minister directs Forestry Commission to halt Akunta Mining Limited's operation in the Tano Forest Reserve. Now, then they see here after that, no, Chief Clearing Agent, Nana Dodankwa, ebe clear Akunta Mining.
Thank you.
Say, onyeshi, ena yesan release Forest Reserve no. Edemano and or san rim na dia mete ye kra atwa miyem ese ye say or the ono the forest reserves no emankofo and na oji royalties nti ye dey no okoji 250 grams of gold from kofo na odi land na mom no mutu a na ono akoji ne die mutu a na ono akoji ne die na Mugabe ube kaya won to me ono no ye Akunta mining. Won to me is equal to Akunta mining.
Who to me is equal to
Akunta mining. Akunta mining is equal to Wun to me. It's one and the same person, not different people. Wun to me, a better radio station. I said we makawa hasa. Okotena radio station so. Emma gold bars so.
On one station.
On one station. Emma gold bars so. Eka say gold no enunye. gold a was say ye nyina ye di edwuma magana fo nyina na ye nya rose nya hospital no want to mean kwa etna Ashanti region extend the call western region and o to gold because o ma ban e wo power na de ba ko a e me de e wo his excellency John Mahama hu say wama the appointees warning say on pese obechi obia a oye illegal mining. Now say ye kwachi omoko akunta mining site so she de want to me aye your land. She de want to me aye your land. She I look, this is what want to me. This is what want to me and akunta mines. This is what want to me and akunta mines they have done to our forest reserves. This is what he has done to. And see, we MPP ni. Now what is Facebook? Now what you say? You can't touch wound to me. You can't touch. It's political. Yes, it's politically motivated. We are not afraid to say it. Are you afraid to say it? I'm not afraid to say it. It's politically motivated, and so what? The man is destroying our lands. He's destroying our forest reserves. He's destroying our water bodies. And then you sit on Facebook with your stomach full of kenke to say it's politically motivated. If this has to be politically motivated for us to get our land back, for us to get our forest reserves back, then we will do it. Continue eating your kenke and talking whatever you want to talk. Go ahead and do it. Wash. Now say you call the site hono. Omukochi Chinese for. Obeka say Chinese for in the site. And so there has been evidence. Who pictures are want to be the Chinese for on the site so. Into the now only on the site so no mu ye for or move here Azerbaijan. I know move here. Imagine Kazakhstan. And I move here. Yeah, who Chinese for who no mujina ho. I site. Who got and said there are no Chinese people on my site. Now who want to me? Can you go to China to go and do what you are doing with Chinese people in our land?
They sit in air-conditioned offices, counting their blood money.
Solid money. I'm talking about solid money. What you say? Because I want to me was Sika, and your bango, and your gold. And the same God here I can watch me. What it? Mammy Fabian class. Mammy Fabian. So why? Solid money. We are talking about solid money. Solid money. Oh, and that's Mammy Fabio class. Mammy Fabio Musacho.
Mugabe, wash you. Gold here want to be the better.
Thanks to my production.
Royalties and hey and I want to meet you to the state. Taxes and hey and I want to meet you to the state. The IRS must go after want to me to find out how much gold he has taken so far and how much taxes he has paid, and he must be made to pay all arrears of taxes with penalties. Because onukwa to gold no eno di babeka want to me see den owuska want to me before MPP back eba power no. He was a security man in London. He came down, his party was in power. He went into our forest reserves, he went into our water bodies and stole our gold. He stole it because that gold belongs to me, it belongs to you, it belongs to everybody. And that is why we give it out legally. We give it out legally so that we can collect royalties and taxes to build the nation. But one person has the audacity to go in and collect our gold and come and sit on his own radio station and tell us, say, Mimi Oscar, gold in your gold in your gold in your gold in your Nenya gold, Ghana gold na we and can Oscar no kofa we security job na we are London and na hina na emao. Na hina na emao. And so we have journalists sitting in their kitchen tent studios talking about Galamsey. When Woon to me was filling their mouth with cocoa and banku, their mouths were closed. But today, that the gold is not coming, their mouth is empty. So now they can shout and yell and shout and say that they are fighting Galamsey. When he was feeding you, did you tell him that what he was doing to our water bodies was wrong? Did you? And so that now you think that because your Mahama is in power, you have the right to go and organize some foolish Galamsey, you have the right to go and organize some foolish Galamsey demonstration. You don't. You lost that right when you refused to speak up in the 8 years that MPP was. And Mugabe, Adia Bakwa Eyemide said the minister is dealing with who to me right now. Share August 2024. Who to me stood on campaign platform and say, Okache John Mahama, he dared John Mahama, can you push me out? It is here. It is on My Joy Online. Can you push me out? Who to me dares Mahama over mining in forest reserves? He has no respect for anybody. He thought his power again. August 28 August 2024 is on My Joy Online here. 28 August. Is there? Also, obedient to me pushing it out. Inti, Bacho, Honorable Ama, His Excellency John Mahama, show him where power lies. He thought that they were going to steal, that it was possible to steal, and they were going to remain in power. For him to continue to destroy our water bodies and destroy our forestry. That's why he had audacity to say that John Mahama cannot push me out. Look, the evidence is there. He said you cannot push him out. So let's see who has the power now. Push him out and restore our forestry back to now meaning the Ghana fool. But what I say former general secretary the who you know Sir John he even willed forests to he willed forests to for his family. He willed Ghana's forests to his people. This MPP government destroyed everything in Ghana. They stole everything in Ghana. Everything. They didn't leave anything. They stole lands. They stole everything. And so when it comes to Galamsey, we've been 3 months in power. We are going to fight Galamsey every way that we can to ensure that people like Wontumi will not be able to come and sit on TV again and come and show gold bars to the annoyance of people that he has money when it is our gold that he has stolen. So we will do the right thing. You can count on us. We will do. Ignore the noise. Ignore the noise that this government is not. It's not the empty noise. We are moving in, and we will get all of them. And we have started with Akunta Mining. Akunta Mining's license has been revoked, and thanks to John Mahama for doing that. You have shown him that you are the man.
Yes.
JM is the man. That's same jata. Ndewude Japanana. Only ne ya de usi break the 8. Near Koshena 8 na be dini say wo betumi no. Me e me de say Akunta Mining. Mama Africa see or sharing from Kofodia, new job in former women's organization.
Dominic Bedia Konzo from Kumasi.
Now journalists be our more bad I'm saying no say Katechi. I don't want to glorify him. One was say Manieu. No Manieu. Look, to me, he was not acting on his own power. So why he was there in John Mahama is that the main pillar behind Wontumi nonsense is mining illegalities. Yes. Yes, the person who gave him the power to go because he was ruthless. He didn't care about anything. Wontumi, where did he get the information from? Where he's doing the mining? Where did he get the information from? How did he know there was gold where he was? In those 6 sites. Who gave him that information? And I'm saying it's coming from Nanado Dankwe's statement that yet it is Sikaso in Suakomodien. It was to open our forests and our river bodies to allow ruthless persons like this who don't understand anything about the environment. Prempeh College,
no, I've always said that Prempeh College must refund. Prempeh College must refund Wontumi's school fees to him because it's a disgrace
from him.
It's a disgrace.
Anyway, sometimes you be to me go school na be we any day Achimota kra na be wom from Kutufa. Na be Kimbu, Wontumi go Achimota. Okay, Kimbu. And Mugabe, a party chairman of a region, the Ashanti region. It's the biggest of all. So, yes, he came with full verve. He was made up of nonsense. Excuse me for my use of word. He had the capacity to contain everybody because of what he was doing. He had the support of the president. This one, LI 246, was to back to me to go about his nonsense. He sat on national television to show me and you gold that the Bank of Ghana does not have. The Bank of Ghana, go and check their reserve whether they have this. Go and check the Bank of Ghana whether they have this. I've told you that the former First Lady, Ope Gold Pa. Yes, she was also part of this. They all saw it and kept quiet because they were direct beneficiaries from Wuntumi's loot. God, we have to seize all Akunta mining equipment and nationalize it. Why did I talk about nationalization? At some point in the 70s, nationalized our gold mining efforts. All those mines you see, the Obuasi gold fields, all those big ones, he nationalized them and kept the money here, 55%, in order to support the nation's economy, especially cocoa buying. Let's do so. Why? We have alluvial miners, we have small-scale miners, we have large-scale miners. But still, we have people doing illegal mining, despite the licenses we give. Who gives them that information? That there's gold here. Who gives that information? The Minerals Commission itself. We must investigate the people who work there. The Environmental Protection Agency. We must investigate those people who work there, whether they equally don't have concessions selling out to people. Because Obikita map, and nobody's there, so I can take you there. Yes, that's what they do. And it's gold, so it's a lot of money in that industry. And it's illegal, it's underground. So there's money floating, and there are people giving themselves up to allow this nation to lose. Mugabe, why am I shouting? Gold supports the national currency. Currency, you think the British, they took our gold there for nothing? To support the British pound. Why can't we use our gold to support our currency here? That's why I'm happy for the gold board. And it's coming and other things and what they want to do. Now, all those Indians who buy gold on the market, they'll be flashed out. So that Ghanaians can come. It's first, we must benefit from it directly before anybody comes in. And say, now you have cocoa for 30,000. 30,000, madam, for big cry coffee. Cocoa, papa, cocoa, Yamao. Now, what to tell you, I went to my mom's cabia. Omu to gold na the moon who so to gold to be ko and omo ja cocoa ni bi no mo say didi cocoa no mo to be ko. What kind of decision is that? I want government to put in legislation. Omo a ye dey nyansa kwan agi omo asase am sika nyina no. Government should recall the funds back to those families because say sika na omo dey mam na peanuts. I'm telling you, they should report to government. Mugabe, they have many say alternative livelihoods for these young innocent people who want to work, who we find on the Galamsey grounds. Mugabe, they want to work. So be who be or pesika a good bottom. What alternative measures are we putting in place as a government, as a people, so that we stop these young men from going where they are going? If we have to organize mining in such a way that community mining will give the opportunity to do mining, let's do so. Because I want the way the man want to be sky no better. So send them the kind of diseases they get. Mercury the cell body. Liver say what is in there, what is in it for them. The state must look at that, Mugabe. Now, yes, my business forum. I'm happy that the minister wept. Because if you look at at some point intentionally, deliberately built this forest. You can go and check Ghana's environmental record. At some point intentionally put a cluster to protect the Tano River. So 5 constituencies, so 4 constituencies now, and you're marking the bar court, you know. When you knew by their own party constitution that their own party constitution removes them in their own article 3 and 9. Constitution, you know, but they brought the matter to you instead of asking them to go away, throw the matter out, because their own constitution sacks the people. You decided to entertain the matter and step on people's toes and talk anyhow to anybody. You are sowing your own sacking. You have been sacked. You have been sacked.
Suspended, please.
Oh, please. There's no way. Hey, it will take the miracle of Utie.
Suspended.
Mugabe, look at. Do you know what the woman?
There's difference between sack and suspended.
Yes, and she won't come back. There are some people. When I went to Achimota school, some people were suspended. They never came back.
But anything can happen.
Anything can happen. Okay, you will see. We'll see the scores. Omu try time and omu try 7-0 ni adenu. Omu try 8-0 ni adenu. Ni ha.
8-0 Amada.
Amba. Where 4-1? Dani cry 4-1. Missy on me biom. Mugabe, share. On manage money when you
have personal issue with them.
Me, I list a personal issue with anybody. The jailing and no crime, no personal issue. The Omar prison or only council of state. And coming back to my bonnet. I don't mean, will be a personal issue. Yeah, you ready? Only who some me when I make say even to entertain that MPP case in court, that parliamentary case, and the confusion you brought to this country at that time showed me a lister that you were a novice at the job. You had no experience being Chief Justice. I swear my father can turn Akpo. Look at you. You now person who smuggle 5 judges. Omudini, you wrote to Nanado trying to smuggle people onto the Supreme Court bench. These are the names. We intercepted the letter. Yes, she wanted to smuggle more people.
Can you read?
I can read them. No, when you mention their names, those people, you glorify them. Because someone sent for the Supreme Court to say a more opposition. What did they make her say? Yes. Clearly the names are on your screen. These are the names. Yes. Trying to smuggle people onto the Supreme Court. And then look at you. You understand? These days, so you don't want to mention your name anywhere. You are not fit to be where you are. Mugabe, you think it's easy to be a member of the Supreme Court? Go to the advanced entries and go and check. Who can say anything? You think it's bipartisan inclination to the place? Please. We want a judiciary system where the level playing field, no matter what political party in power, we will see justice as it prevails in the system, manifested by the people. Na edu obisua, na mo akanashe, edu obisu dia na mo jiji so. Me see asema afenyo mark in the court, mama ni jiji super. And I'm saying, whoa, you have sacked yourself because you understood the issues before the matter was brought to court. So you should have quickly sent them away. That per their party's own constitution, Article 3 and 9, they don't have no merit on the case. It was clear. But you found some way. This is how we never make suspension. Who was suspension? So I never make a word. Look.
Is she not the same person who said we couldn't use our birth certificates to register for passports?
Yes.
But we could use a Ghana card. Because it doesn't make sense. You need a birth certificate to get a passport.
Yes.
So that's the primary document you need for a passport. It's a birth certificate. And then she was the one who said that our birth certificates are not good enough to get a passport, but you can get a passport. It didn't make sense. It just didn't make sense.
Mugabe, look at it too. The primary good is the birth certificate. Then from the birth certificate, you come and get your passport. Then from your passport, you go and get your Ghana card. So the tertiary level is a Ghana card. The secondary level is a passport. And then the primary level is your birth certificate. So how come the foundation that can give you the passport cannot give you that?
That thing was just to make sure that the MPP government got their way.
Yes.
Because it doesn't make sense. If in America, the only document that is the most powerful thing is the birth certificate. Yes. If they want to see whether you are a US born citizen, it is only your birth certificate, not your passport. Because with passport, you could use your naturalized certificate to get a passport. Okay. But if they want to see whether you are a born US citizen, it is only your birth certificate. That is the original document that you can use. But you can get a passport with your naturalized certificate. That's how you go. Yeah. So the passport is based on secondary. Yeah. Either you use get a birth certificate or a naturalized certificate to get a. So but you are telling us document. That we cannot use our birth certificate. This is the primary document to get a. It didn't make sense. It didn't make sense.
Some people think that the law was made for you. I don't understand. The law, if we fear you go see law school, we use common sense.
For that 4 areas.
Yes.
You already see what's enough.
Yes.
You already see.
So no money representation. No niho. Listen, no niho. No niho. When those people didn't have representation, was she not Chief Justice? Why did she call that there should be elections at those places? This is biasness in public. Yeah, who nina Mugabe? Me can't say much. Say, look, sa petition say didn't just start for nothing, and this is the end of it. He has gone through. Send me pay JM asem no. Ono ade ni ba no. Enye gidigidi asem o.
Thursday na Captain Smith ache.
But do ni mre so. And suspension na ba na me bo say me free ba ya na be dem say o na ba na noko. She suspended herself. She by her own action.
Enkramu no kan say.
Like I know. Yeah, wait tele. Eh atiti tele. Eh atiti ne tele aloge.
Mugabe. Onu etu na amuna. And I say I tell you, if we anu wetu na amuna. Enu akoto amuna no. Ti aka nyo tie ne keke.
Ya hwe abra ensem ne bae no. The response. Anyhow I will say a leaky letter to the president, to the media.
Yeah, Mugabe, wahu onu no nim say wa ebone. You see, all of them, they were in the spirit of breaking the 8. You understand? They knew that what they had done, the extension of her post was an extension of the MPP. They knew they were going to win. If they won't win, not basabasi be bad, they'll go to court. Quickly, she'll pronounce them victors. So she knew that her job was secured. She cared less about anybody. I'm telling you, You go and tell an MPP person in 2024 that they were going to lose election. They'll slap you. They told her in full flight. Look at how she was behaving and how she was throwing her weight about. See, a nim nanka ye draw near the assembly court. Wanted to say one can and tell me Obekuya Kura. Into Yamina, once any beer mumu. So the two-thirds majority, Yamina, when Yamin Sawomo, Yamin Sawomo say, Pa, the Uyeshi and ye. What I say, when the sack, no, Yami, when me affirmative action guy, and you say, Pomo, Bana, no, me. Or buy a bonnie, not buy my bonnie, equal punishment. It must go to all of them. This one, and I make one I was saying, who's our mammy? You know why you look at the discipline that the judiciary lacks. The judiciary lacks discipline. There's no fairness when your judgments come out and people hear, people cringe. Matters of national concern. When people assembly PA, me a who in seminar banner, to me who 7-0, 15-1, uko shem pass. Why? What is it? Fearful judgments. It has come to an end. Ghana for Damwasi. Semutu Abama JM. Even how you are going about the process, no. So, hey, Mogabi. You also know take partisan path. Wow. She came in 2019. Then you have those who came. Udebeba, Bafuboni 2008 Ogbodo, J. Kufone didn't buy, or Babeko last minute, no, didn't buy, because of his intelligence and his pronouncements on the Supreme Court and the appeals court and other things. He was barely 51 years at the time. That's about 17 years now. You can check. And when you hear him on cases, what Bafuboni, when you read his judgments, which Musa were being, Yankopo on Yana Diekwa, a better so a beba. Yetrano 2008 by J. Kufo, then Ufuwa Gabriel Pamwine, or no 2015, he didn't have money, yes, I am a bono. Pamwan, or no John Dramani Mahama, and didn't buy it. They are two screens. Oh, my banning Mugabe show be Richard the J from Poy, didn't buy 2012, just to come and add to the numbers. Yao Dakwasari 2024, just to come and add to the numbers. Henry Kofi, Anthony Kofi 2024, just to add to the numbers. I wish that the Chief Justice who will come will find a way to flash out. We don't need more than nine. We don't need more than 9 of these people. 14 adults to do. Find somewhere to put them. They don't need more than 9. They cannot be on public salary. Even the judiciary is not raising enough money to look after its own self. Go to the small courts. Go to the small justices, how they are suffering, where they stay. Those in the districts who are giving justice, dispensing justice. The whole judiciary, take it as a whole. Go and see their suffering. They cannot even raise money to look after themselves. Then you have justices who want to throw their weight about as if the law is what? The law is an ass. You write it the way you want it. You cannot bring it onto me, Alista. I do know. You bother also. Only yeah. There's no way you are going to return from the suspension. Free suspension, I'm telling you. I wish I knew a house. I can go and wait for this evening. Bye bye. Continue. Go and join the MPP. You can go and be MP at Winneba. And then be an extension of the New Patriotic Party.
So why was the NPP no more defending Mahama?
Yes. Why? If she was the one, I told you the case Afenyo sent to court was a bad one on the MPP about the MPs who had been removed per their own party constitution. But this woman covered Afenyo and gave Afenyo a hearing and made Afenyo as if he was some big guy than a backbeat. Sure. Who have any backman? Who CJ? Who former CJ Tokonukwa? Who have any backman?
So a former.
Or a former, yes. Or a former Minameka. Who baby afako. Or pound farming cocotte. Mikwa Kabeba. Yeah, Jew post the fruits and the state sword has been taken away from you. You have been suspended. Well, lie it lie. You won't get it again.
Suspended a year CJ.
Inti.
Not former.
No, please. Bogadi, take my words for the future. It will work. She's not coming back. Me, I'm prophetic. I mean, well, me see, I sang as I was coming. Yankupon to me, wow, a better into a beba. You give you space to come and save us, and you must serve us in good faith and in honesty, and make this country go on so that don't believe me. Look, I started a law. I tell you, ask Izwaraka, but I stopped. Me say, hey, if I'm a lawyer here, I'll fight you. I'll throw my shoes at you. I'm telling you. Mufi saying, so please, Mogadi, the court shouldn't be a scary place for anybody. Anybody who walks to the courts must get justice. Me, I even want the public tribunal system to come and add to the courts. What do I say? Now, when you say,
na maybe I'm no video a boy share or ruling on the speaker issue a case now or may say 4 constituencies be say nipa honey 100 of is it thousands of people living in that area. You share now you share Asinov. Now you share as we speak Greater Accra region here or one of the constituencies in the region Ablekomanov. They still don't have a representative in parliament.
Mugabe me da senior kwenya ode mame de bia me de family bra me say family bra sa we no family bra sa madam for Porsche and na odi ni birthday inti baby owo bia
Porsche madam for
madam for cross our law square ni me no madam for odi ni birthday
Porsche no
Porsche no me de ni beba be chia madam for obisa questions too much obisa questions say
one man
one man one wife with me yire na nkasa beba be chia o tie or what
nya Porsche
but so there obisa end of semester questions so Mugabe
chief justice
I'm happy papa me banu na me aji Mugabe na me aji work na me suspension no what uza be tie we should singing tie you ready ya pamo oni ya pamo there's no way she will return from the suspension. I'm telling you there's no way she's going to return from the suspension. Look at the 5 people who have been constituted. Who can say dom level no so egu ni trimana. You see, yes, why aren't you in this country? What is good for the goose is equally good for the gander. Mugabe, you see JM and I am Muntie 3 and you co prison on false charges. Yes, on false charges. I say it every time. Mugabe, how did our warrior in Chi tend to rape in the Webster dictionary? And there will be a school saying I read literature in school. A warrior in Chi, when you bring it into English, it means marriage. How did it then metamorphose to become rape? For us to be sentenced, repetitive justice. I mean, rape you be that. Into Mugabe, by their deeds we shall know them. I swear, Hosea 8:7. Yes, you will sow the wind, you reap the whirlwind. If you say no one yae.
The ensemina ebisiha. There was a say when you bra kan from the ensemina na wiye. Subscribe na share demand you ma afofro ensa enkami.
Dedi kama amena PENDREAM TV ase. Na so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.